Welcome back in. Well, today we are joined in studio with Woodford Humane Society to talk about the adoption process of senior pets. Now, here with all the details is Marketing Director Beth Oleson. As always, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us. Always good to be here.
Yeah. So first of all, tell us who you brought.
This is Aspen. So he's a super senior. He is 13 years old.
Precious.
So definitely the oldest guy that we have at the adoption center right now. He is a white lab or yellow lab mix. Really sweet, seems to get along with everybody. A little bit deaf at this point in his life.
Understandable.
And of course, with a dog at this point in their life, we're really just looking for somewhere low key where he can be totally spoiled and pampered and have a place to retire.
Yeah, kind of live out the rest of his life.
Yes.
Very happily. Now tell me, how did he come to the Humane Society?
So he was actually found roaming in Woodford County and picked up by our animal control agency in the county.
I gotcha.
And although they were able to locate his owners, he was never claimed. So then came to us to look for a new home. And it's a little heartbreaking at this age to see a dog, lose the home that they've known their whole life. But we are always hopeful. We have no limits on age for intake, and we're always hopeful that the right person will come along and just really turn things around for them.
Yeah, talk to me about what kind of challenges senior pets may face, maybe what owners may face having senior pets.
So a lot of adopters overlook senior pets or just aren't really prepared to take home a senior pet, and there are a lot of reasons for that. The main one, of course, is that if someone has, for instance, just lost a pet, they're not ready to go through that heartbreak again.
Right.
But a lot of people are also looking for, a pet that's going to do all the puppy and kitten things, be really active and playful and all that. And they just don't see a senior pet as an option that fits with what they have in their mind as the pet they want to adopt. Now, I will say with Aspen at 13, he's pretty low key. He's not going to be your jogging partner. He does like to get up and walk and sniff around and stuff, but he's not real active.
I gotcha.
But a lot of our seniors are going to be in like the 7-8 year range, and a lot of those dogs are still very active, and especially if we're talking about cats, like that's middle-aged for a cat. So part of what we do when we talk about seniors is try to encourage people to think about how that animal actually is behaving for them, not what they think in their mind like a 7 or 8 year old dog is.
Gotcha.
Because a lot of times if you're looking for that active and fun pet, you can still get that with a senior, plus the added benefit of like they've already had some training and pretty good manners. But one of the problems with seniors being in shelters is that they do tend to have a longer wait because people aren't not necessarily looking for seniors to adopt. And because they're older, they're also more susceptible to the stress of being in a kennel. They're more easily confused by what's going on, psychological issues, physical issues from having their stress level so high. So you kind of have a catch-22 with a senior pet where it's harder on them to be in the shelter longer, but they're almost always going to be in the shelter longer. So it's really important for us to get out every now and then, just remind people that senior pets are here and they're wonderful, loving companions, and they deserve that home as much as anybody.
Absolutely. And so what kind of home, what kind of family would you recommend? They're looking around for a new pet. Who would you recommend get a senior dog?
So I am a senior dog person, and part of that is because I have a long work schedule. I'm busy a lot of the time. I don't feel like I have the time. I know what goes into training a puppy.
Absolutely.
I don't feel that I have the time to do that.
So much training involved.
Yes, so much work. It's a big time commitment. So for me, it's really important for me, if I'm going to really provide a dog with a good home, to know that some of that has already been done.
Yes.
Because I'm not going to be able to do that on my own. So if you are in that sort of position where you're looking for a dog that's going to be past the puppy stage, some of the training, some of the work is already done. Maybe even if you're looking for a dog that's a little bit more low key, the senior dog can really be a good fit for you.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Beth, as always, for coming and hanging out with us. Check out Woodford Humane Society if you're looking for any pet to adopt, especially if you're looking for one of those sweet little seniors.